So let me zoom out a little bit, select this camera. This is going to be the viewing thing. Numpad 0 to view what is going to be rendered. Select this cube, little bit of scale over here and go to Z axis. Click on the Z axis, select this light G and bring it somewhere over here. And our camera is over here, and I will keep the light over here so that I could get a wonderful lighting. G, shift Z. Yeah, this is okay. I will go to compositing, and here we will be using nodes, and in this node we are going to click this thing. It is going to render the scene. So just click it, give it some time. Because we are using Eevee render engine, it's going to render it quickly. This is going to be a small preview. You can also hide it with the help of this thing. So bring these nodes over here. And why node based system when we have softwares like Photoshop? Because this seems like clunky and this seems like odd. Shift A, blur, and I will take directional blur. Okay, and I will use it over here. And I'm not able to view anything. For that, I need to select one of the node, Control, Shift, click. So it will be giving me this viewer node. But also along with that, this is giving me this backdrop. I don't want this backdrop. I will click here and the backdrop has gone, and we will be working with this viewer. Remember, I am making sure the viewer node is selected, and Control Shift click this directional blur node. We will be viewing from the directional blur node. One thing that you need to do is click N on the keyboard, click on options, and instead of CPU we are going to use the GPU for rendering. It will be working a way bit faster. So iterations, I want a lot of iterations. I want this distance a little bit more. So because we are working on GPU, we are able to see this thing. So what's the big deal? I'm holding now Shift, right click and dragging it over here so that I get a streamlined view, and I will keep this blur over here. I will take one more type of blur, and I will take one more directional blur, and this time the same thing is going over here and the same thing is coming from this thing outside, and I can just increase the iterations and increase the zoom. So suddenly I have a new way of working, and this is way faster. I'm not taking one image, applying a filter or making it a smart blur for those who come from Photoshop, smart object, and then applying blur and then taking another layer and then doing it. This is way flexible, and the great thing about it is the canvas is way bigger. The navigation over here is, let me click N on the keyboard. The navigation over here is middle click to pan, mouse wheel to zoom, and control middle click to smoothly zoom in and zoom out. And what you can also do is Control Shift click on this blur, on Control Shift click on this blur. Suddenly you see the changes instantly, and that is the power of node based compositing. Even in life, don't we think suddenly if we want to slap someone, we suddenly start to think of what is going to happen from different angles and different views, and we can see that on the fly, and that is just node based compositing. Brought to you by blindjob.com.